Tender, just about sweet, eggless buttery cookies with 50% atta. The dough for these cookies is made very easily in the KitchenAid stand mixer in just about 2 minutes. This is the KitchenAid series on Cakes and More, your channel for beginners in baking. Previously, we made some vegan, super moist, jaggery and coconut cakes. Today, I'm back with some more super simple but really good butter cookies. This recipe for butter cookies is from Alice Medrich. These cookies are called sable cookies or sables because of their sandy texture. This is an extremely simple recipe with just 3 ingredients: flour, butter and sugar. That is, if you don't count the salt and the vanilla. In simple recipes like this, it's all the more important to use really fresh ingredients for best results. Again, details make a lot of difference, so please do watch this video carefully. So let's start making the dough. You'll find the ingredient list in the description box below the video. You could also read the detailed recipe on my blog. Please weigh the ingredients carefully and line them up on your counter before you start mixing the dough. We need some unsalted butter. This is at room temperature. This is very important. We have some caster sugar. I have some salt and there's some vanilla extract. Please do not use synthetic vanilla essence. I have some whole wheat flour here and there's some all-purpose flour or Maida here. You could check other flavor variations you could try, but I really like these plain vanilla ones. My KitchenAid is fitted with a paddle attachment. We will start with whisking together the whole wheat flour and the Maida thoroughly to combine them really well, and then keep this aside. So we'll start mixing the dough. We'll take the butter, the sugar, the salt and vanilla in this mixing bowl, and now we'll fit the bowl. And now we'll need to beat the butter and sugar mixture until it is smooth and creamy. I'm going to be mixing this on speed 4 for about a minute. Mixing the butter and sugar only until smooth and creamy makes the cookies tender and crisp, says Alice Medrich. We do not want to mix the sugar and butter until light and fluffy. As Alice Medrich says, this may make the cookies dry and coarse. So I am simply following the recipe instructions. And now we need to scrape down the sides. If you want to add any toasted nuts, you can add them at this point to the creamed butter and sugar. And now we are going to add in the flour. And now we need to mix in the flour on low speed just until the flour is incorporated into the butter mixture. Be careful, as we do not want to over mix the dough or the cookies may become tough. Now we'll scrape the dough out onto the counter, and now very gently we need to bring this together. And then divide this into 2. I'm going to be making 2 logs out of this, about 6 by 2 inches each, and this is easier done on cling film. I find this is the easiest way to roll the dough. We now need to chill this dough for at least 2 hours. Overnight is preferable. This rest and chilling the dough is extremely important, so please do not skip it. It helps the flour absorb the moisture. It also helps any flavors you would have added to get infused better, so makes for better cookies. I have this dough here which has been chilled overnight. It has firmed up quite a bit. My oven is preheated to 180 degrees centigrade. I have this cookie sheet here which has been lined with aluminum foil with the dull side facing up. There is no need to grease the foil. If you grease the foil, your cookies will spread too much. And now we need to cut this dough into 1/4 inch thick slices. And now we'll need to place these on the cookie sheet at least 1.5 inches apart. And now we need to bake these for about 12 to 14 minutes or until the edges of the cookies turn a light golden brown. If baking the cookies in an OTG, you'll need to rotate the trays halfway through the baking time. The baking time may vary depending on your oven, so please do bake a test batch. These take about 12 minutes in my microwave. And now we'll put the cookies along with the foil on the cooling rack and let them cool for about a minute or two before we transfer them onto the cooling rack and let them cool completely. We need to cool the cookies completely before storing them airtight. Alice Medrich says these cookies can be stored for at least a month. I love these cookies when they have just cooled. This dough can be frozen, so you can thaw the dough in the refrigerator and bake the cookies as needed. More details on this in my blog post. Please do try these cookies and leave your comments for me. More easy recipes using the KitchenAid stand mixer coming up soon. Please subscribe. Please stay tuned.